Guys, how we going? Is it working? I think it seems so far so good. Okay, if it gets really bad, if the connection does go, I've actually left the comments on, so someone let me know so that I can stop or start again if I have to. So that's perfect. So today is the final video in the series. Now it's been about a week since the last one came out, so I am going to do a quick recap of the last few videos first. If anyone has any questions, again, I want to hear them at the end, so please keep them for then. So what we'll do, we'll run back through it, and then we'll get stuck into the commitment video. So what we went through before was the U and equals MC squared. We've been through the U, the M, and the first C. The U was all about you. That was all about setting your goal, about knowing exactly what it is that you want, and about really visualizing and making sure that that what is core, that you know exactly what your transformation looks like, that you know what you, after your goal, once you've achieved it, you know sort of what that represents to you and what it is that you're going to be doing. We did the M, which was motivation. This was about how to get yourself up, how to pick yourself up after negatives, how to keep that motivation level topped up. We did the first C, which was confidence, and the confidence was about how so many people are putting their confidence in things they can't control, which is crazy, as opposed to putting it into what they can, such as how hard they're going to work or how much effort they're going to be putting into it, etc, etc. So those videos are up, those are there. If anyone's got any questions, again, come back and touch me about them. I'm more than happy to give those answers out. Today is going to be about commitment, and this video is going to be all about that final C, about what really is the glue that holds the rest of the formula together. As I said at the beginning, without all of these parts, it can be really difficult to make any of them work. They are all linked together so well. So commitment, I'm going to start it off by, again, doing an awareness piece, a mindset piece for you, just to sort of give you something to become more aware of. And this is going to be the real difference between being interested in what it is that you're trying to achieve, being interested in your goal, and actually being committed to it, and what the main difference between those two things is. So many people are interested in actually making changes in their lives. Everyone, if given the chance, would want to be richer, happier, healthier. They'd be interested. If it was free or if it took very little effort, they're going to say yes to that, right? The committed people are the ones that will do it when it's hard work, that will do it when they have to spend time, they have to put effort in. This is the people that are going to be committed to it. The big difference is if you're interested, you are going to go out, you're going to read books, you're going to listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, you're going to learn everything you can learn about the goal, about the change, about the transformation, about how to do it. You know, if you are looking to go to the gym, you might get nutrition plans and workout plans, and you'll look at what different gyms offer in the areas, and you'll do all this stuff. The difference is the committed people act on what they learn, and they act on what they learn very quickly. So the difference between being interested and being committed is basically action. So it can't be said much simpler than that. If you do see a video that speaks to what you want, go and implement it. If you don't try it, you're not going to know if it's for you, you're not going to know what works, you're not going to know, you're actually going to be committed. So the first thing to ask yourselves, guys, is am I acting on the information that I'm getting? And be super honest. When you're looking at achieving a goal, when you're looking at commitment, honesty to yourself is going to be the absolute key, because your subconscious knows when you're lying. You know really when you're lying, but even if you start believing it, you still won't do it because your subconscious mind isn't going to follow you. So make sure you're being honest. And the first thing with that is, are you interested? Are you committed? Are you acting on the information that you're getting? Are you hoarding it all up? Because learning is great, and you should keep learning, and you should stay interested in your change forever. But you need to go out and act on it. You need to be committed to making it change as well. So that's the first bit that I'm going to speak about today, guys. Just work that out for yourselves. The second part is about absolutely knowing your why. So when we talked in the U video, we talked about knowing your what, and we talked about actually getting super clear on your what. When we're talking about commitment, you need to know exactly why you're doing what you're trying to do. This is where it links back to the M, and this is where it starts tying in so closely, is that motivation is about remembering the why. The commitment is about the actual why itself. So the simple thing, again, is to look at your subconscious mind as a very young person, as a child. It's going to keep asking why. Children don't really care about the what. You know, if you tell them what to do, they'll do it as long as the why makes sense to them. And if they don't understand, they're going to keep asking you why. And every time you give them an answer, they're going to say why again. Why? That sort of really cliche childish behaviour is basically what your mind does. I want to go to the gym. Why? I want to get healthier. Why? Why? So what you need to do is work out what it is you want to do and keep asking yourself why until you get to a really deep emotional response. So if the why for you going running more often is because you want to compete in a marathon, you want to make your children proud, now we've got an emotional response and an honest response. If you have to get healthier medically, that's a really powerful why. If you want to start a business because you want to go traveling or you want to end up with enough money to support your family or put them through college, again, these are powerful emotional whys. You need to be honest with yourself and work those bits out. That's when you're going to start getting super committed to that, because once you've got that emotional connection, when you break it, you're going to feel it. It's not going to feel good. Okay, so you're going to be much more driven to actually keep going and keep going at it. Now, that's not to say that it's going to maintain high levels all the time, and that's where the motivation comes in. You're going to be able to then kick yourself back up, top it back up again, and crack back on. So that's really important, guys. There's a Simon Sinek video. If you don't know who Simon Sinek is, definitely go and check him out. He did a TED talk, you can find it on YouTube, called The Power of Why, and in that he says that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And in this case, by buy, we mean sort of buy into the idea, buy into the goal, buy into the transformation, buy into the effort that it's going to require to actually make that change happen. So definitely, guys, sort of work out what the why is, and then you'll be able to convince yourself to do things so much easier. Definitely. The final thing for today's video, and that power of why, that knowing your own why thing is such a big topic. There's more information on it, but it's too big for this video. So I've given you an introduction to it. Sort of work out what your why is, work out why you're doing it. And if you are interested, like I say, send me some messages and maybe I can put together a bigger video on that a bit later on. So the final things are focus and accountability. And these come together really because this is where we're going to keep your commitment at the level it needs to be at in order to start achieving some serious things with it, to actually use it rather than just be committed. So focus, the first way, and I mentioned this in an earlier video, the best way to get focused is to have that plan. If you can have a sort of to-do list, a task list for the whole week, it's going to be so much easier. You'll lose focus, you'll lose motivation, you'll lose commitment, you'll even lose confidence if you're sat idle too long. If you're not actually making progress or doing tasks, you're going to drop, you're going to see yourself dropping. So, plan your day out, know how your evenings are going to go, know how your day is going to go, plan your free time, plan your downtime, plan it like crazy. If you know, let's say we've got a 3-month goal towards something. Okay, so what do I need to do each week for those 3 months? What 3 steps do I need to take every week to reach that goal in that time? Then you can break it down into days and then you can keep it going forward from there. Cool. So that's the first thing, really. Plan it out, have to-do lists, just know exactly what you're doing and when. The second thing for focus, and if you're new to personal development, then this is something you won't have heard of. If you've been around before, you'll probably know about this sort of thing. Most successful people will have something called a vision board. And where we talked about visualizing in the U video, this is a tool that really amps up your visualizing power. So your brain is naturally very picture focused, very image focused. If you've got pictures of your goal, pictures of what your transformation is going to look like, pictures of what you're going to be achieving, what you're going to be buying, then you can really amp it up. So in your mind, when you're doing the visualizing of your goal, you're gripping the wheel of the Ferrari or you're walking on the beach with your family. If you've got pictures of the beach, pictures of the car, it's going to make it so much more powerful for you. It's going to focus that goal in so much more heavily, and then your commitment is going to be there because you're really feeling like you're already there. It all draws back to that emotional response and the honesty with yourself. When you're getting those emotional responses, you're going to get more committed to what it is that's giving you those good feelings. We want more good feelings, so that's what we're going to do. Provide them to yourself before you actually manage to achieve what the goal is. So accountability is the flip side of focus. It's in a similar vein. It's about keeping you committed, but accountability is about actually doing what you say you're going to do. The first way of doing this is to do it for yourself. So some good ways are if you do journaling, which is a lot like keeping a diary. You can then write down what you achieved every day, what you're planning on achieving the next day. If you ever have a blank day, that's not going to make you feel very good. You're going to be committed to achieving something every day. That's really going to push you forward, give you that sense of accomplishment as well. Excellent, I filled out a diary page, yes, and I filled out with loads of stuff. I feel so good about this. So that's going to be a really, really cool thing to do. The motivation video came in there as well with rewarding yourself for achieving stuff. That definitely works too, but again, they're going to intertwine as we talk about both topics. The best thing for accountability, and I've saved this till last because it's something that has really boosted me and boosted my progress towards my goal, is mentoring, buddying and communities. So my journey really started when I got into my first community. I got into the first group of people that were all trying to do the same thing as me. It's amazing how just having people that you can see are on the same path. Some are a couple of steps ahead, some are a couple of steps behind, some are right with you experiencing the same things. You can swap questions and stories. If you get stuck, if you feel like you're stalling or you feel alone, you can actually go and get these questions answered. The best place to start for these is Facebook groups, because there are literally thousands. Most of them are going to be free that you can just join and start contributing and getting value back. So it's a really, really good way to hold yourself to that goal. You can post your goals out there. They can say, ask how you're getting on. You can let them know. You can do updates. It's a really cool, really good sense of growth together, which is a good thing to have. If you're going to do it with a buddy or a mentor, that can be even stronger because you've got one-on-one. You say to them, right, by the end of this week, I'm going to achieve this. They come back to the end of the week and you've got to tell them yes or no. And it's not going to feel good to say no. We want to feel good, so we want to say yes, so we're going to go out and we're going to achieve it. You can do little silly bets with people. Tell them if you don't do it, you're going to buy them lunch that weekend. Something like that is going to make you go, I really don't want to have to do that, so I'm going to get this achieved. This is sort of how to just bring your commitment into the forefront of your mind. Now, it's all going to, at the start, not be instantly, well, now I'm committed. Good. It took a day. It's about forming habits. And everything that we've talked about today forms better habits for you. After you've been doing these things for a number of weeks, you're going to notice, or even some people it's quicker, some people it's longer, but you're going to notice that it's started just to become natural. It's going to become the norm for you, and you're going to just be doing these things every day. That's when you're going to notice your commitment. What will then sometimes happen is a negative will come along, you'll get a bit stuck, you'll drop a little bit, then you use the motivation to bring that back up and the confidence to drive it all forward and to realise that it's just a minor delay and you're still going to get where you're going. So that's how it all sort of comes together, guys. That commitment video was the last one. That's all the information that I'm going to put into this video. But again, there is so much more to it. So there's so much more that we can go through. If you know, as always, if you have any questions, I definitely want to hear them. Please PM them over to me and share this video around with anyone that you think would like to see it, that it's going to be useful for. What's really important to me now, guys, is I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm going to get more content out for yourselves. What I want to know is what your problems are, so I know what to base my videos on. The content is going to be so much more powerful if it's based on actual problems, actual issues that you've come across, if maybe you've got stuck in life, in business, if maybe you've got anything at all that is sort of blocking your mind up, then let me know what it is and let me see if I can do a video to get some content out there, not just for you, but for everyone, and really get some advice there. Come and have a chat with me. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to get these videos, I'm going to get them all down, get them edited and get them put up onto YouTube so we can sort of get them maybe as a playlist, see if that would be helpful to watch through all in one go. So that's basically it for tonight, and that's it for this series. Obviously, I can't say it enough times, I do love hearing from people. I love getting your messages. I'm always so grateful for them, so please get them over. Apart from that, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday night. I'm going to go and play some five-a-side football tonight and go and get committed to hopefully get another win there. Yes. Thanks very much, guys. Have a lovely evening.